You can be the smartest person in the room for all I care. You might even be the most qualified person in your company. But guess who is going to constantly get the reward and benefit for doing close to nothing? It is that one person that is not afraid of being seen. Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I will be sharing with you why it is counterproductive for you to keep playing small in that organization. Now, hear me out. If you grew up in a typical African home like I did, one of the things that is enshrined at the back of your head at all times is for you not to show off. My mother drove that to the to a point where I began to be, you know, I began to consider whether there was something really wrong with me, whether it was me or it was the world. But bottom line is there is this thing about playing it small that is enshrined in your life. And for some reason, a lot of us as adults have not been able to come out of that shell of playing it small. And we have brought it to the workplace, but in another dimension. So, what does playing it small at work mean? Typically, it means just doing enough to get by. That's one. In another breath, it could also look like just doing the job that you were called to do, not minding whether the right people see it or not. And I get the sentiment about not doing too much because, after all, you were employed to do this particular thing. Nobody asked you for more. And you're thinking, you've seen people who have been doing more and barely get any additional benefit. So, Ndrara, why should I stress myself? Going to work, coming back, and doing all of this and all of that. The reason is very simple. As long as you still remain in that organization, there are certain benefits that you genuinely desire to attain. Whether you want to whether you want to admit it or not, there's certain things that you know if it comes to you or when it comes to you, it gives you this air of so because you still have that intention and that desire, that's the more reason why playing small is counterproductive for you. Because again, you are here thinking, oh, I'm working for this organization. I'm doing all that they asked me to do. But there's certain things that you know that you can also enjoy. And the only way to enjoy it is to start playing big. Does that make sense? So if you're still struggling with whether you should play it small or not playing it small, the simple test that I give you to do is this. Are you still in that organization? Yes. Are you doing the work that you were called to do? Yes. If those two answers are a yes, then you have no excuse to continue to play it small. Because whether you want to admit it or not, you're spending time, you're spending resources, and those two things can never be bought back again. Whenever I talk about visibility at work, there's this story that cracks me up so much. And it's about a girl in the UK who moved from Nigeria to the UK. And she got a job there, was working, was doing the work. You know how hard and smart working we can be. And then she had a colleague who was also doing the job. But the difference was whenever she had anything to do, she would make sure that she echoes out loud for everyone to hear. So my Nigerian sister is like, do the work that you were called to do. Which one is telling us every 2 seconds that, oh, I want to send an email, oh, I want to join this meeting, oh, I'm doing this, oh, I'm recording that. She, the Nigerian, was irritated. But fast forward to the end of the year when they were going to reward people that were smart working and hard working, the Nigerian girl who was busting her ass out didn't get anything. But the other girl who was not just working, but ensuring that she gave her work a voice, she got the promotion. All I'm trying to say is, as long as you are still with that company or organization, you're giving your time, your industry, and your intellect, your skill, and your knowledge. There is no excuse why you're still playing it small. because playing it small is not getting you the reward that you ultimately deserve in the workplace. So it's either you are up and out of the place, or you are there and doing strategically what you need to do for your work to speak for you. And if this is you, I know you are the one, because why else will you be in an organization 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, still on the same salary, still just going to work and coming back? There is nothing attached to your name. There is no recognition that you have gotten. Oh, this is credited to Salam. This is credited to Bimbo. I don't mean anything by calling anybody's name. This is just for the video. But you get where I'm going with the drift. So, that notion that you have sold to yourself, that, oh, your mother has told you not to play it big. If you play it big, village people will come for you. Even as you are now, the village people that are coming for you, they are coming for you in the aspect of ensuring that you do not enjoy all the benefits that comes with you working. So, in order to now make your time worthy at work, because at the end of the day, what really matters is that you are putting the time and industry, and in return, you are getting something else. That is all I'm after, and that is what this episode is about. So let's go. What should you do now that you have realized that you have been playing it small? Whether be it from, your childhood memories of how you have been told to avoid village people by hiding, or it is just you thinking that you're not good enough to show forth your work, or whatever the case may be. These are the things that might prevent you from showing off at work. Now, I'm using the word showing off very carefully, because a lot of you are at work and you are legit showing off. You come and you strut and you do all of that, thinking that that's what I mean by being visible or being seen at work. That that's not what I mean. However, if you're now thinking, okay, Anjara, how do I go about this? I'm going to share with you a few tricks and tips that I use that works. First things first, understand the company or the industry that you work for. I cannot overemphasize this. Don't go and take one strategy that you see online on TikTok in a company that is in the UK or in the US, and you bring it to a company in Oshogbo. Bruh. Well, you I don't need to say so much. Or you pick a company that is in Kano, and then you say, okay, after all, we are Nigeria. What happens in Kano is going to happen in Lagos. Babe, you see how I'm looking at you? That is not a strategy that can work. Know your company. By knowing your company, I mean understand the culture of your company. Understand how office politics is being played in your company. Understand the silent cultures and traditions that are in your company that nobody is going to teach you about. HR certainly doesn't even want you to know. So, know your company. A simple way that you can know your company is to define whether your company is following formal traditions and culture, or they are following informal traditions and culture. For those that are following formal culture, everything will be written, everything is documented, everything has step by step, follow this procedure, and everything follows a procedure, which, if I would tell you, not a lot of companies in Nigeria follow this procedure, particularly private company. Don't say that I told you. The second type of company that usually exists is the very informal one, and that is the most popular one. And let me just give you a tip. If you are in an informal company, look, your chances of doing work that will make you seen shoots to the top. What that means is that you can start this week, and by next month, they are calling your name everywhere to give you awards, because you are now very, very visible. So instead of bad mouthing your company, oh, they don't follow culture, they don't follow procedure, they don't follow, relax and use it to your advantage. After you understand the kind of company that you're playing in, or the league that you're in, that arms you with the next thing that you need to do. Now, this one is very selfish. So if you do not want to hear anything selfish, maybe this is the point where you would stop this video and, move on. This is very selfish. And I know business owners, founders, and CEOs, we not like this one. But hear me out. Figure out for yourself the thing that you want to get out of your company or your organization that you work for. Figure out for yourself the benefit that you want to get from that organization. Now, why is this important? I have seen a lot of professionals, career people, 9 to 5ers, going to work without any sense of their personal benefit from work. All they know is that they have skill that the company desires and they are giving the company that skill, they're sharing their experience with the company, and it ends there. I have also seen professionals who have found or an anchor point for them within that company. And that anchor point becomes the place where they now use to give back to the company. Now, I'm not saying you should go and steal company money. That's not what I'm saying. I'm also not saying that you shouldn't give your best to the, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying identify fundamental things that you can see, feel, identify, enjoy, milestones that you can tell yourself that, okay, this is what I'm getting from the company. And that is why I am doing this. So, CEOs, you're thinking, Jara, this is bad advice. Like I said, it's selfish. However, I have found that professionals and career people and employees all over the world that do outstanding work are those that have found a way to center their own desires within the vision of the company. So it's more like having a vision within a vision. So the company has a big vision. You as the employee needs to find your own vision within the vision of the company. Do you get it? I'm seeing a lot of vision, but follow me with this. It's juicy. So when you find an employee or a staff that has been able to craft out their personal vision from the overall company vision, then you have a formidable team player. So back to the question or back to the conversation. Find out for yourself what you want from this company. And all of you are thinking, Jara, it's not money. If it's not money, what else do I want from this company? Relax. Because I know that most companies don't want to give you money. Yeah. Most companies will rather employ somebody new than to increase your salary to a point where it matches that new person that they're going to employ in the first place. It's crazy. I don't know why, but it is crazy. So this is what I recommend 100%. Look for non-financial benefits that you can enjoy from the company and use that as an anchor point as or for what you're going to get from the company. For example, do you have a crazy idea and you think that this company, since they don't want to give you money, they can give you the resource to implement that idea, to try it out? Are you learning a new skill and you want somewhere to practice it? Well, you have a company. So there are so many other things that you can do besides just collecting money. Figure it out for your organization. It could be learning experiences. It could be international travels. It could be a lot of things. But because you are blinded, you are not even considering the things that you can get from the company. Now, if you have gotten the first part, which is understanding your company, you have gotten the second part, which is finding an anchor within your company, which will then be the benefits that you are getting from the company. The third thing that you must do, and this is where beginning your journey towards visibility or stopping yourself or preventing yourself from playing small really starts. It's simple. Do what you are recommended to do, but do it to the faces of the people that matters. Most of us in the workplace, we do regular everyday work. And regular everyday work is tedious, it's challenging, it's difficult. We are tired and exhausted. And we are wondering why our companies are not seeing us for the work that we do. Instead, do strategic work that operates within the leadership structure of your organization. What does that mean? Instead of focusing on doing daily routine activities, sending emails, sending this, sending that, think about how your skill, your knowledge, and that benefits that you want to get from the company, think about how it will impact the company overall. the big picture. Once you find something there, exploit it. Do what? Exploit it. I'm shouting now. I'm sweating because I exploited. Find something that impacts the company overall and bring it to life. So you're doing your regular work. It could be part of your everyday work. It could be an innovation on how to do something that is existing. It could be a new thing that has never existed. It could be a lot of things. You find it and exploit it. And not just exploit it. Implement it to a point where the people that matters know about it. What did I say again? Exploit it. Milk that idea. Milk it to the point where everywhere is dry, because that is your ticket to enjoying all of the benefit and reward for being seen at work. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is all we're going to be talking about today. Basically, all we have said in today's video is that you playing it small can work in any other place, but absolutely not in the workplace. And playing it small is so old school and so old fashioned. Importantly, if you are still in that company, what is your excuse for not playing in the big leagues? And you can't play in the big leagues if you're doing routine activities at work. The big league is about strategic thinking for the overall picture for your organization. And the sweetest thing is that it can be from your daily routine that you do. And I believe that I have blessed you in today's video. I believe that you've taken something out of this video. And if this is your first time of coming across this video, my name is Andrara Njama and I wear so many caps. But for you, I call myself the career coach. Until I come your way next time, this is the Talk Office, and you are welcome to the Talk Office Tribe, a community of professionals from various industries with different challenges, but with the goal of elevating and becoming more of themselves in the dimension that they want to be. So click the subscribe button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this video to your friends, your families, and everybody you feel can love and benefit and enjoy this kind of content. Until I come your way again, make sure you stay safe and stay inspired. And my inbox is open. Leave a message here. I'll be more than excited to read, reply back to you. And for those of you that are looking for specific solutions to your general challenges, I also offer coaching and mentoring programs for career people, professionals, business owners in different areas. So feel free to reach out to me and a member of my team will get back to you. Until I come your way next time, remember to stay safe and importantly, stay inspired, because that is where your magic really is. Thank you for staying tuned. That will be all for now. Bye bye.